Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, the Sex Discovery channel with Leanna Walden. And we are on the 8th video of the series about threesomes, okay? So stay tuned, stay in for this one. We're gonna talk about, after you've had the event, the kind of aftercare, to sort of wrap it up, kind of, what do you do? What do you say? How do you wrap up the connection that you've just had, that very intimate, passionate connection? So we're going to get into that. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel, okay? I would love to have you part of the tribe, love to have you also get notified when my next videos come out. This has been a really exciting March because we're talking all about threesomes, and I'm going to be doing themes as we go along throughout the next number of months. So here we are in the threesomes, and we're talking about the aftercare. So video number 8 was really the event and things to think about, things to do, things to get prepared, all of that for the event. But now we're in the aftercare. The event is, the experience is over. You've all come to the end of what you require. And so now you're all kind of lying there and feeling all good and juicy, or feeling whatever you're feeling at the moment. So this could be a really good time. I'm going to give you some options here. This can be a really good time to start conversation with this third about, how was the event for you? How did you feel? What would you have liked more of? What didn't really work for you? You know, just get into conversation about how they felt and ask them questions and be curious. This may be a possibility to do depending on the connection you have with this person. Some people after the threesome event just like to go. I've had that experience before. They just want to leave, and they don't want to hang around. This is all they've kind of signed up for, let's say. Other people are more connective and want more intimacy, and so they want to talk and hang out a little bit and just relax with you and your partner, and so that can give you the opportunity to talk about the event with them. If they are ready to leave, they have to get going for whatever reason, it doesn't matter what reason, it just might be what they need to do, everybody's different, then you can text them later and ask them, how was the event for you? What did you like? What would you have liked more of? Just get into a little bit, get some feedback. It's always good to have feedback. This is an experience, and at the end of the feedback, I know the experience, it's nice to hear how somebody has been feeling throughout the event, how it went for them. Whether it didn't go that well or it went really well, and you can ask them, when we did this, you seemed like you were a little bit uncomfortable. Are you able to talk about that at all? Or this was really exciting, I would have liked more of that. How did you feel doing this? So getting into the conversation of it. Eventually they're going to leave, and then it's just you and your partner left. And then you two can have your own deeper conversation about the event, whether it was a good event or not such a good event. You still need to have conversation about it. And again, don't put so much power into the one event, okay? This happens a lot when the event doesn't go well, the connection is not so great, or someone's kind of out of sorts, and the threesome turns out not to be so great, or certainly not as good as you had hoped for. And then I hear, well, I'll never have threesome again because that was just horrible. I mean, threesomes don't work for me. They don't work for us as a couple. But it's only one person. It's only one time. It's only a one-time experience you've had. And every single time you have a threesome, every time you invite somebody new into your coupledom, it's going to be different. It's going to be very different, okay? Very different. It's a whole new energy. It's a whole new person with beliefs and thoughts and feelings that's different than you and your partner. So you're going to get very different dynamic. So if the event didn't go that well, your partner says, no, that really was not good for me. I didn't feel good about this or that. Learn from it, okay? Talk about it. Express yourself and say, wow, next time, let's make sure we do this, or we find out more about the person around this issue, or we clarify this much better with this person, because the person didn't seem to understand what we really wanted, or just this is not the kind of person that works for us, or whatever it happens to be, learn from the experience. Talk about what worked and what didn't work for each of you. What didn't work, and then what worked, like, oh, I really love doing that, I'd love to do more of that, or, you know, we had these boundaries around doing this, but I think, you know, it might be fun to actually, like, next time, let's go into that. You know, maybe the boundary was no penetration, and now you're like, well, that was really cool, that was really fun, and I kind of wanted the penetration, but I was, you know, a little scared, so next time, let's go for that. Let's do that. Let's talk about that with the next person that we have a threesome with. And yes, have more threesomes, not just one, because, you know, one is one experience. It's like, you know, having one experience of something, and okay, we did it, done, check, right? Not really with threesomes, because you're dealing with your sexuality, you're dealing with intimacy, passion, deep connection, and you're dealing with your expansion, your own sexual expansion here. And if you're a sexual explorer and you're wanting to explore more, you're wanting to learn more, you're wanting to find out about who you are as a sexual being, finding out more about your partner, you want to bring in more information to your coupledom, you want to meet new people, then, you know, continue to meet people, continue to go on dates and find other possible people to have threesomes with. Why not, right? It could be fun. I had a lot of threesomes. We were on a deep exploration, me and my ex-husband, a deep exploratory sexual relationship, and we had a lot of different threesomes. Every single event was completely different. It was always such a unique experience to have every single time. It brought so much juice into our relationship because we learned about ourselves, we learned about what we liked and didn't like, we learned about our boundaries, we learned about other people and sexuality, we learned new ways to connect sexually, we learned new trips. I mean, we just learned so much, right? And it brought a lot of deeper connection with us because we discussed it a lot. We always had the after talks about what did you like, what did you not like, and how would you like to approach the next scenario, right? And as you continue to do it, you do gain more experience, so you narrow in a little bit more about what you want with the threesome, what you want to get out of it, or what kind of person you want to focus in on. And then sometimes you meet somebody that you really like, and after you're like, yeah, let's meet them again. And it's like when you're just with a person that you fall in love with, that you fall in lust with, let's say. The first time it's like, wow, that was hot, that was sexy, okay, I want to meet this person again. And you go again, ooh, that was really good too. And then it just gets better and better, right? So sometimes you meet somebody that you think, wow, we did really nicely with this person, it was a great connection, let's meet them again. And then maybe you develop a friendship, and then maybe that friendship turns into falling in love with this person. That happened to me. I fell in love. I fell in love with one person because we met him quite a bit, and then I met him on my own, and he was with us on a threesome, and then it sort of went into a bit of a polyamory, and then you're opening a whole new thing. This takes a lot of time, so don't worry that on the first date that your partner is going to fall in love with the person. They might really be excited about them and want to meet them again and all of this, and that's fine. That's cool when you meet someone that you can really connect with. But you also may be in the place where, yeah, that was really great, I really like that person, but you might be in the place of, no, just one time with a person and then we move on. Or you might be the kind of couple that would like to develop some deeper relationships, and that is an exploration in itself. And I'll talk about that in another series of, allowing yourself to continue into the exploration with a person that you meet. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about it now. Letting it unfold step by step. You have to really keep the communication open, because this is where some of the jealousy might come in. This is where some of the insecurities might come in, because suddenly this person might be, you might feel a little bit threatened by this person. And yes, you're expanding sexually, you're learning, you're growing, You have to continue to work on yourself. And when you have, deep emotions that come up, like jealousy, you have to go in and you have to look at them and say, what is this jealousy connected to? Normally it's connected to some sort of insecurity that you have. And you have to go in and look at it and say, okay, like, I have this deep insecurity here about my partner with this person coming in because they're so much better at this or so much better at that. And really looking at that and starting to own your own power, own your own essence, own your own beauty, own your own, nobody has the uniqueness that you can offer. But you can't offer everything. You just cannot. You are a multidimensional being, yes, with lots of things that you can bring into the relationship, but you don't have everything, right? And if you're in a long-term relationship, it's nice to have other energies involved, to bring in freshness, to bring in some new content and information. But you might have to go through some jealousy stuff. And I do have videos about jealousy, so please check on those. It's an important topic that people are afraid of and have to deal with. So check on those. But the other thing is there's a lot of worry I hear from people about this idea that what if my partner falls in love with them and then they get together with them and then suddenly they're leaving me. And this is a possibility that can happen, but this can happen in a non-monogamous relationship behind your back, right? So if things are moving forward, your partner is getting more and more connected to this person, really liking them, they want to spend more time with them, it's going to be a longer process for this to unfold. You still have to understand that you are a very special, unique being, and your essence is beautiful and gorgeous, and you're sharing this with your partner and with this other person, and no one else has what you have to offer, right? So if your partner is finding a real interest in somebody, then look for your own sexual exploration. Allow yourself to open up as well and look for other kinds of ways that you can include somebody in your own growth sexually. Okay, so that's getting beyond threesomes a little bit, but this is how it can unfold as you continue to sexually explore, as you continue to meet people, and especially if you find someone that you want to meet with over and over and over and over again. You become more deeply connected. And it can also become an amazing, beautiful, conscious friendship that becomes a love connection between all of you, and you can move in that direction too if you're all very communicative and open and loving and sharing, and you can go in that direction too. So I suggest working towards that. And that's why I say at the end of the threesome, talk about what you liked, talk about what worked for you, talk about how you'd like to do it differently next time, right? Talk about these things. Reveal how you felt, okay, as much as you possibly can. This is highly important so your partner understands what's going on for you and you understand what's going on for your partner. All right, I hope you found this really helpful. I hope you have a threesome soon, or you've had one already and you've come to this point. I have one more video coming up for the end of March, and come and join me for that. Hit the alarm button and you will be notified about when that shows up. Okay, take care. Much love making.